This
and he
conference
will
will
be
now be
giving the
recorded.
opening remarks as well as take the programs forward. Though we do have a moderator in the technical session, and I have requested my colleague Satnam. She will be giving the details and brief profile of the moderator. So, with your kind permission, Mr. Rastogi, I now hand over to Dr. Ranjit Mehta. It is already 4, and he will take it forward, and he will also be giving the opening remarks. So, with this note, over to Dr. Ranjit Mehta.
Thank you, Dr. Yogesh. Very warm welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to investment opportunities in food processing sector in Chhattisgarh. Food processing sector is one of the sunrise sectors of the country and having huge scope, and currently it's growing CAGR around 14.6%. I congratulate the government of Chhattisgarh to organize such a important program, because the particular sector also has 100% FDI through direct route as well, automatic route. To start the program, I will request Mr. Govind Ram Chaudhary, Co-Chairman, Agri-Business and Food Processing Committee, to give the welcome address for today's program. We have very distinguished people, none other than Mr. Manoj Kumar Pingwa, IAS, Principal Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industry, Government of Chhattisgarh; Mr. Sanjay Shukla, IFS, Managing Director, Department of Minor Forest Produce; and Mr. OP Arun Prasad, IFS, Managing Director, Chhattisgarh State Development Corporation. So with this, I hand it over to Mr. Govind Ram Chaudhary for his welcome address for today's program. Over to you, Mr. Chaudhary. Mr. Chaudhary, are you there? Chaudhary sir? I think Mr. Chaudhary is doesn't seem to be. Mr. Chaudhary, are you there? Probably he is not there, but let me welcome once again Mr. Manoj Kumar Pingwa, IAS, Principal Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industries, Government of Chhattisgarh; Mr. Sanjay Shukla, IFS, Managing Director, Department of Mining Forest Produce, Government of Chhattisgarh; Mr. P. Arun Prasad, IFS, Managing Director, Chhattisgarh State Industrial Development Corporation, CSIDC; and other very distinguished speakers for today. As I said, that this particular food processing sector is extremely important, ladies and gentlemen. Why I would say so is, just take example of a potato. If you buy a potato from a farmer, it will not cost you more than 10 paise or 5 paise. But if you make a chips packet from that potato, it sells for around 15 to 20 rupees. That is the kind of scope which is in the food processing sector. I think with India, and especially when I talk about Chhattisgarh being the 80% of the population which is who is engaged in the agriculture sector, there is a great scope of food processing in this area, because food processing is one sector. There are so many employment opportunities in this sector, at the village level, at the rural level, at the district level, then at the state level. And Chhattisgarh government, with the recent policies which have been very business friendly, I think there seems to be huge scope. And if the people who invest in this sector there, because you have the raw material, you have the young population of Chhattisgarh available for the industries, and the very supportive government, very supportive government, who is really there to handhold you for starting your businesses. I think this is the time when this investment is worth making in the state of Chhattisgarh. And today we are going to hear much more from the Principal Secretary himself. And with this, now I think we have a session moderator for this, Gunjan Goyla. So if you can introduce her, Satnam Gunjan Goyla, Vice President, Slow Food Chefs Alliance, Corporate Food Consultant for today's program.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to introduce a name which itself is a brand, Miss Gunjan Goyla. Miss Goyla, a unique combination of expertise in ancient mystic culinary realms to modern day gastronomic dimensions, a modern traditionalist. She is solely responsible to bring the ancient as well as traditional cuisines back from the Indian dinings at the restaurants, banquets, and all major hotels that too in the face of extreme completion from international cuisines. Having been in her field for expertise for more than 25 years, she is a familiar face on numerous cooking channels such as BBC, TLC, History Channel, NDTV Good Times, Star TV, Doordarshan, etc. Being in the top slot of ITC for decades, she has developed expertise in Indian vegetarian dishes. She is also responsible for not only to develop but also to guide the new enterprises of ITC through the country. As a major jewel in her work, she had the unique opportunity to be applauded for her efforts when she had to cook for the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji and a galaxy of top national as well as international guests. As a pioneer and the soul behind starting Delhi Ka Khana at Delhi Heart INA from 2002 to 2009, which was a huge success, over 50,000 people attending the show. Delhi tourism was the most benefited from this move. She firmly believes in foods leading to sustainability and over the time has developed expertise in slow foods and sustainability, the need of nation and as well as the planet. Due to her sincerity and natural diversity of interest, she was hired as a consultant by Glaxo and Smithkline for developing multi-specialty hospitals like she is an
Ladies and
ocean of
gentlemen, I would
different
request you to keep your microphones on mute, please.
She is an ocean of different cuisines. Not taking much time, I would like to invite and request Vice President Slow Food Chef Alliance and a corporate food consultant, Ms. Gunjan Koila, to kindly moderate the session. Ma'am, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Satnam, and thank you everybody present for allowing me to do this moderation. And PhD has been a great channel for all such events. I've had a number of programs earlier. Anyway, this one is unique in itself because it's involving Chhattisgarh, my favorite destination otherwise, besides being a food processing unit. I'll start by congratulating the people of Chhattisgarh who are able to maintain 40% of the entire land mass as a forest cover, which is against 33% as directed by the Indian government. So that itself shows how friendly to the nature and what sustainability they already hold within their state. When you have 40% as a forest cover, naturally you have wider and bigger chances for vegetation and having more sustainable plans in your state. So I see no reason why food processing should not be a very successful venture for Indians as well as for foreign investments. I would start saying, that people do think of coming out with various projects, but food is such a natural part of our living that we need 4 times a day. We need to survive on this food. And what better than having the local cuisine developed and being transported to an international market? Chhattisgarh has a long list of all the products, which I'm sure the speakers are going to speak. But one thing I would like to bring to their notice is Mahua is a cash-rich product for Chhattisgarh. Anybody, any farm you go to, they all have Mahua and Mahua seeds as the basic flour or as the basic vegetation that they prefer, the most choicest vegetation for them. And this has been an ignored sector, which I think we today can come to a conclusion, or we can form a platform where people can focus themselves on this plant called Mahua. So I will invite the speakers, and I would allow Prasim
Ms. Gunjan Goela, in fact, we have Mr. Govind Ram Chaudhary. He just, got a little late. So I would before you invite other speakers, I would request Mr. Govind Ram Chaudhary to give the welcome address for today's program. He is from the food processing sector and can give a very different dimension to this program. I welcome Mr. Govind Ram Chaudhary. Just for 5 minutes, he's going to speak here.
Yes.
Mr. Chaudhary. Chaudhary साहब.
अब ठीक है.
जी Chaudhary साहब, can you hear me? हाँ जी बोलिए बोलिए.
I think Dr. Mehta, there is some issue in his mic.
Issue with it. Mr. Chaudhary, आपको देख पा रहे हैं, आप बोलिए. अनम्यूट कर लीजिए.
प्रॉब्लम कनेक्शन.
हाँ, अब आप बोलिए प्लीज.
हेलो. हाँ, आवाज आ रही है अभी?
Yes. हाँ जी, आ रही है.
हेलो. हाँ. गुड आफ्टरनून, वेलकम टू ऑल. जो छत्तीसगढ़ में
Sir, I think there is a connectivity issue at their end.
Maybe Dr. Ranjit, you can go ahead.
Maybe I think Ms. Gola, you can go ahead. I think we have some connectivity issue with Mr. Govind Ram. Whenever it will be suitable, maybe we can ask him to speak again. Thank you.
Okay, so then should I invite the speakers?
Yes, you can invite the next speaker, please.
So I invite Mr. Pingwa to please come and tell us more about Chhattisgarh and the investment opportunities one can have in that. Mr. Pingwa.
Mr. Pingwa steps in. Let me have a brief introduction of Mr. Manoj Kumar Pingwa. Mr. Manoj Kumar Pingwa holds the position in government of Chhattisgarh. Mr. Pingwa is currently leading Department of Industries as Principal Secretary, and he is also heading Forest Department in the state of Chhattisgarh. Mr. Pingwa is a senior IAS officer of the 1994 batch of Chhattisgarh cadre. He is MSc in Anthropology from Delhi University and postgraduate in Public Administration from Syracuse University, New York. He also holds the position of Resident Commissioner, Government of Chhattisgarh. In past, he has worked as Joint Secretary with Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India. He also carries vast experience as District Collector in Jangir, Chapa, Dhamtari and Sarguja, along with Divisional Commissioner in Bastar. Under his able leadership, Chhattisgarh is emerging as prominent investment destination in India. Mr. Pingwa is in charge for industrial infrastructure development, investment promotion, policy development, and ease of doing business in the state of Chhattisgarh. He is the main force behind the development of new industrial policy in the state. Several reforms have been initiated by him and are currently under process to further strengthen reforms and improving state's position in ease of doing business in India. Thank you so much. We welcome Mr. Manoj Pingwa with us.
We are going to miss him and miss his interaction with him. So should I invite the next speaker? because what
Bajaj.
question?
Yeah, so let me have the pleasure of Mr. S.S. Bajaj.
Okay.
Mr. S.S. Bajaj is 1988 batch IFS officer, currently managing key position in state government, additional managing director trade, Chhattisgarh Minor Forest Produce Cooperative Federation Limited. Mr. Bajaj has managed key positions in several departments of Chhattisgarh state. Mr. Bajaj brings large experience in forest and other departments. He has spent good time in developing district forest base of state. Several landmark initiatives have been taken under his leadership. We welcome Mr. S.S. Bajaj. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. I am Arun Prasad, Managing Director of the State Industrial Development Corporation. And I want to apologize as Mr. Manoj Pingwa, the Principal Secretary, Commerce and Industries, is held up with a meeting in CM House. So he will be joining the webinar shortly.
Okay, that's okay.
So,
that's okay. Absolutely okay.
Yeah. So without taking the time of the delegates who are present in the webinar, I would first thank PSC Chamber for giving us this opportunity to showcase the state of Chhattisgarh, particularly in the food processing industry. So I'll run out with a small presentation which will give an overview about the state and the preference, the priorities given by the state in food processing sectors and the few key initiatives that we have included in our policy. So in the present policy, the key impetus is given in agricultural food processing, particularly with the guidance of our Honorable Chief Minister that has given the highest priority in the policy. So giving an overview about the Chhattisgarh, the land area which is equivalent to Greece, we have one of the lowest population density compared to Switzerland. We have a forest cover of 44%, which is huge when compared to all other states. And from the industrial point of view, our state has the bordering areas with 7 other states, which means the industry which is located in Chhattisgarh will have a logistic free access to 510 million population for the market access. And being one of the industry state, Chhattisgarh has developed very fast. Being like we got our state formed from 2000, from there to now, our growth in GSDP is around 10 times, which stands at 3.29 lakh crores right now. And the industrial contribution is considerable in the GSDP, which is 46.19%. So coming into the details, like we are standing out and like high among other states of the India, particularly in the power generation. Our installed capacity is 23,800 megawatts, and our consumption is only 1/6 of it, which shows that we have unlimited power supply, zero cut policy, so that which is very key for any industry to thrive in the present situation. We also sell our electricity to other states to have the continuity. And second, the most and core important thing is the ease of doing business. In Indian conditions, the ease of doing business stands a very high weightage among the investors. So we have gained many points in the assessment done by DPII, and we have come into the line of top achievers. Though we have a lot more to achieve, but we will be ranked as one of the top achievers, and we have dedicated relation managers which can enable the investment process very easily without any cumbersome. Another advantage of Chhattisgarh is its connectivity. Being located almost in the center of the India, where Nagpur used to be prized as it is one of the central location, and we stand in the same horizontal line along with Nagpur. And we are in the process of converting our airport into international passengers and international cargo complex. And our road network is very well connected. We stand in the national highways between Kolkata and Mumbai, and we have an elaborate plan to link our vertical line by including 9,500 square kilometers of new roads. And also, one of the so-called disadvantage of not being near the sea or not having access to the direct port, we have the nearest ports in Vizag and Paradeep, and we have the dry ports installed in 2 places in Raipur, which enables direct container transportation from a manufacturing place to the port directly. So coming to the ecology, which is very core to the agricultural processing, we have like almost every agroclimatic zones covered because of our vertical elongated state location, and agriculture being a core of the state where 80% of the people are dependent on agriculture and 15% of the state GSDP is contributed by agriculture. So we are also called as the rice bowl of the country because our rice production is immense, and in terms of the quantity and in terms of the variety. Next one, please. So after all the products, we have given some statistics in rice, maize, wheat, gram, pulses, soybean, etc., just to give an idea about how much we produce and what are the opportunities for the related industries to come here to set up the processing centers or value addition. And we have a map distributed to show exactly, next one please, exactly that which are the products are available in which part of the state and which are all the products which are produced in large quantities. For example, like banana, mango, etc. Next. So coming to dairy, we have around 1.6 crore animals, which is 65% is cattle and 20% is a goat. And our milk production is around 15.67 lakh metric tons, sorry, million. Out of which actually the production and the demand is so skewed that our actual demand is around 37 lakh million tons. So there is a huge potential in terms of the milk and milk related industries for even the local marketing, forget about the other states. So given the opportunity, I would like to give a special focus that the government of Chhattisgarh come up with unique schemes to promote the milk production as well as the milk rearing community by introducing a scheme where even the cow dung is being utilized efficiently into vermicompost and bring back into the ecological cycle. So coming to meat and fisheries industries, this is one of the core sector which is developing fast. So, our egg industry is catching up in a multiple dimension. We have around 189 crore eggs produced, which is half before 5 years. And in fish production, we stand 6th in fish seed production. And we have lots and lots of natural water bodies which are core for our fisheries. And to mention a few popular species, Katla, Rohu, and Mrigla are being like produced and exported from here in a regular basis. So investment opportunities regarding agriculture and horticulture, we have immense potential because of the policy, because of the location, because of the agroclimatic zone and the location of the state in the center of India. Besides, in cold chain, we have a lot of opportunities because the cold chain network, when compared to other states, we are little down and we are promoting it in a bigger way. So being said about the cold chain and about the agriculture and the horticulture products, fertilizer manufacturing comes next. Right now, around 80% of the produce is without any chemical fertilizer being used. Either it is from the small farmers or micro farmers, the fertilizer utilization is comparatively less. So any industry which wants to capitalize on the fertilizer manufacturing, this Chhattisgarh is going to be the right destination. And our productivity is increasing, but it's not increasing as it could be. So this particular part of increasing the productivity is directly linked with the fertilizer availability and the usage. Then agricultural equipment manufacturing. This is one of the places where we are developing from little primitive to advanced. we have agricultural farms which are very advanced, and we have more number of people who are doing little primitive side of the agriculture. So this agriculture equipment manufacturing being sourced from other states can be like replaced from within the state, which has a huge potential. So other than that, we come to animal feed manufacturing, which is also a very much a growing sector, because government in scale it is producing stall feeding and concentrate manufacturing also. So this is also taken up in the high priority sector.
So it seems you have
So coming-
covered. Sorry, please. I thought you're done. Sorry.
We have two mega food parks designed by the central government. One is in Raipur, that is near Raipur, and other one is in Dantari. And these are all very specialized clusters, specifically used for like agricultural processing. Other than that, two other industries in Mungali and the Kanker, which has been designated as a food park. And the special focus of the government is to cover each and every block, that is 146 blocks, with at least one food processing park. It means that every block is going to have one park which is specifically dedicated for the food processing industries. This is one of the unique and huge impetus the particular policy has in this government. So coming to the logistics support, as I mentioned earlier, we have like around 2 dry ports. Other than that, 17 million metric tons of warehousing capacity is available through central and state warehousing corporation, and 5 lakh metric ton warehousing capacity by FCI, and 4 lakh metric ton cold storage chain capacity across 80 plus cold storages. But this cold storage facility is a growing sector and a lot of opportunity in Chhattisgarh to develop it further. Next. So some of the highlights of the policy is that the government specifically believes in balanced development of the industries as well as the balanced development of the state in terms of area. So we have developed industries as general priority and high priority, and agriculture is in the high priority sector. And in terms of area, we have 4 categories. So the areas erstwhile which are comparatively less developed were given high impetus in this policy, and these most backward areas tend to receive more subsidies in every category compared to the developed areas. This is the social and areal balancing of development within the state. Next. So there are a few points which I want to mention in large about the policy. We have a segment of interest subsidy for different sectors. The percentage and the cap of the subsidy varies according to the size of the investment. We have the reimbursement scheme of the state GST, and we have an electricity duty exemption up to 100% up to 10 years for the maximum category. We have stamp duty exemption of 100% exemption for the maximum category, and we have other subsidies which are very specific to a particular sector. Besides, I want to give one strong impetus on the bespoke incentives. Our policy has given that the bespoke policy will be triggered if the investment is 100 or more crores, and if it is more than 100 crores, the government will appoint a specific committee to understand the requirement of the particular investor and make a specific policy involving their requirements and the availability of the state, and make a unique hand-to-hand decision. Next. Another specific thing which I want to put in before finishing my presentation is the unique features of the Chhattisgarh investment policy. We have around 5,000 acres of land bank readily available all through the state to be allotted, of which we have a chunk of 400 to 500 acres in 2-3 places. And the state NMOS has reduced the land rates flat by 30% before few months. It means that any land which was costing 100 crores before a year is now 70 crores. And the state has reduced the land lease from 100% to 33%. which means that even if you take a land on lease, you have to pay 33% less compared to 1 year before. And we have a website through which you can browse through the lands packets available all through the state, and you can also log in and apply online to see which part of the land packet is suitable for you and go ahead. So with this small presentation, I would like to welcome all the delegates to go through and be free to contact us for any further information. And along with that, I want to tell our Honorable Principal Secretary, Mr. Manoj Pingwa, who is back from the meeting from CM House here. So I welcome him here into this webinar. And with this, I'm requesting the delegates to come out with any questions, if at all, so that we can proceed to the next presentation.
Now we'll have the question answer a little later, but I would like to thank you and for such a wonderful insight that you've given us. Also, it seems yours is a ready-made model. Possibly all the possibilities that you've discussed are available there already. But definitely like to hear Mr. Pingwa, and I'll get back to you. I have 2 questions. Let it be.
Ms. Gunjan, I think that we have Mr. Chaudhary who has joined. He wants to make a point. Mr. Chaudhary, please, you can go ahead. Mr. Govindram Chaudhary is the co-chairman of Agri-Business Committee of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Chaudhary, have you joined?
Yeah, I am joined.
हाँ जी बोलिए चौधरी साहब.
Sorry for the connection problems. I have rejoined. My name is Govindram Chaudhary. We are into manufacturing of biscuits in the eastern and northern part of the country. We have 6 plants located in the eastern and northern part of the country. Chhattisgarh is our very good market in which we are distributing our product by manufacturing from our Odisha plant and Kolkata plant. So this session is very good for the investment opportunity of Chhattisgarh. But the one thing is very important for the businessman to go ahead. What are the benefits state government is giving to us in the shape of subsidy, in the shape of GST, or in the shape of interest? I think all the benefits have been mentioned in the presentation I've just seen. So it is a very good opportunity for investing in the Chhattisgarh. We are presently have a unit in the Odisha. It is nearby to Chhattisgarh. So I think it will be very beneficial for the food processing sectors to go to the Chhattisgarh for setting up plants and doing the marketing here. Presently जो मैं देख रहा हूँ food processing sectors में अभी काफी opportunity आ रही है because due to COVID the food industry is in the essential items and we are also in the food industry. तो अभी export में भी काफी opportunities है और export भी हम लोग कर रहे हैं तो मैं देख रहा हूँ कि export में काफी demand आ रही है. ऐसे कस्टमर हमें मिल रहे हैं जो हमारे पास पहले आते नहीं थे. तो मुझे तो बहुत ही अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी नजर आ रही है फूड प्रोसेसिंग सेक्टर्स में इन रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ डोमेस्टिक कंजम्पशन, इन रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ एक्सपोर्ट आल्सो. तब इसमें सरकार किस तरह से इंडस्ट्री वालों को बेनिफिट देती है, उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बढ़ाती है, उनको कैसे आगे बढ़ने में सहयोग करती है, इसके ऊपर सब चीज डिपेंड करती है. बट फूड प्रोसेसिंग का बिजनेस काफी इम्प्रूव होने वाला है. और साथ में एक चीज और भी मैं देख रहा हूँ, बहुत सारे नए लोग इसमें आ रहे हैं. ऐसे लोग आना चाह रहे हैं जिनका एस्टेब्लिश बिजनेस है, किसी और सेक्टर में है, उस सेक्टर में कुछ चैलेंजेस आ रहा है कोविड के कारण में, तो वो फूड प्रोसेसिंग सेक्टर में आने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. कई लोगों ने मुझसे भी फोन करके पूछा कि फूड कैसे आना चाहिए, क्या करना चाहिए, कहाँ फैक्ट्री लगानी चाहिए. तो मैं समझता हूँ बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. इसमें PhD चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स भी हमें सपोर्ट कर रही है इस तरह का सेमिनार करके. और मैं समझता हूँ कि जो नए एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं जो इस सेक्टर में आने चाहते हैं उनके लिए बहुत अच्छा मौका है कि यहाँ से हमें जानकारी मिलती है और किस तरह से गवर्नमेंट भी सपोर्ट कर रही है, तो हम इस सेक्टर में आ गए हैं. तो मैं आप सभी का धन्यवाद देना चाहूँगा कि मुझे आप लोगों ने इनवाइट किया. और जो मेरा अपना एक इनसाइड है इंडस्ट्री में, बेसिकली आपको मार्केट स्टडी करनी चाहिए कि मार्केट कहाँ पे है आपका, वहीं के हिसाब से आपको प्लांट लगाना चाहिए. और मार्केट के साथ साथ जो दूसरी बेनिफिट्स है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट देती है वो भी हमारे लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर रोल प्ले करता है. 2 इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट्स है. जो फूड पार्क का है इसमें थोड़ा सा अभी हम लोग चैलेंजेस फेस कर रहे हैं जैसे मुझे भी कोई अपना करना था, बट बहुत सारे अप्रूव्ड है, बहुत सारे नहीं भी अप्रूव्ड है। और अभी जो मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग मिनिस्ट्री जो हमें ग्रांट दे रही है वो केवल फूड पार्क में दे रही है, फूड पार्क के बाहर नहीं दे रही है कहीं पे भी। तो इनमें इन्होंने एक डेजिग्नेटेड फूड पार्क का एक कॉन्सेप्ट लागू किया है, जो पिछले करीब करीब अक्टूबर के महीने से लागू हुआ है, बट उसमें भी बहुत सारे चैलेंजेस आते हैं। तो मैं चाहूंगा कि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फूड प्रोसेसिंग थोड़ा क्लियर कर दे कि जो फूड इंडस्ट्री आना चाह रही है, जो इस समय अपॉर्चुनिटी भी अच्छी है, तो क्या हमें पहले के जैसे ग्रांट मिल सकती है कि हम कहीं भी लगा सकते हैं? बिकॉज चॉइस ऑफ लोकेशन एक इंडस्ट्री ओनर्स का बहुत बड़ा एक प्रियोरिटिव होता है। ऐसा नहीं कि फूड पार्क मेरे कंट्रोलिंग ऑफिस से 200 किलोमीटर दूर है तो मैं 200 किलोमीटर दूर जाके लगाऊंगा, नहीं लगाऊंगा, बिकॉज कंट्रोलिंग भी बहुत डिपेंड करता है। तो यदि मिनिस्ट्री का जो ग्रांट आ रहा है वो पहले जैसे मिलने लगेगा तो इंडस्ट्री को काफी बेनिफिट होगा और बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्री जल्दी से जल्दी इस लाइन में आ जाएगी। तो ये मेरा एक ऑब्जर्वेशन था जो मैं अपने एसोसिएशन के थ्रू मिनिस्ट्री को मैं देना चाहूंगा। बाकी छत्तीसगढ़ गवर्नमेंट भी इस चीज को ध्यान रखे कि जो ग्रांट है वो लुक्रेटिव तो बहुत अच्छा है, बट उसको अचीव करने के लिए कुछ कंडीशंस ऐसी है जो अभी प्रैक्टिकल नहीं हो पा रही। तो ऑल द बेस्ट मैं सभी के लिए कहूंगा, और जो भी अभी आपको नेक्स्ट में बताया जाएगा ये हमारी इंडस्ट्री के लिए बेनिफिट है। थैंक यू।
Mr. Chaudhary, I would like to say that maybe PhD आपका hand holding कर सकती है. We can be a bridge between people like you and the government agency. So you can come to the PhD section and discuss your problems, and maybe you can get some guidelines from here.
Thank you.
Madam, just a privilege. I had the pleasure of welcoming Mr. Manoj Pingwa and Mr. S.S. Bajaj, and Mr. Arun Prasad was also there. Namaskar, sir. I would like to introduce Mr. Arun Prasad. Our panelists would like to know. He is a young, dynamic IFS officer of Chhattisgarh cadre. Mr. Arun Prasad has completed his BSc Agriculture and MSc Agriculture from Tamil Nadu Agricultural University. Mr. Arun Prasad presently holds the key post of Managing Director, Chhattisgarh State Industrial Development Corporation, CSIDC. CSIDC has been primarily involved in industrial promotion and facilitation, industrial surveys, land bank management, land allotment to industries, entrepreneurship development, training and development, maintenance and upgradation of industrial areas. Mr. Prasad has played a major role in the development and promotion of electronics manufacturing cluster, food park, and other industrial areas and projects. Mr. Prasad earlier held position of Member Secretary at State Environmental Advisory Committee, Additional Secretary and Deputy Secretary at Chhattisgarh Environment Conservation Board. As Member Secretary also, he was overseeing implementation of the environmental regulation in the state by industries. Mr. Prasad ensured responsible operation of the industries in the state to avoid polluting the natural resources. Recently, Mr. Prasad and his team successfully organized Rajyotsav, Chhattisgarh Tribal Dance Festival and Chhattisgarh Youth Festival in the state. Once again, welcome all three of you, and we also welcome all the delegates who are here and who are looking forward to make some investments in Chhattisgarh. And Govind Ramji, my cabinet colleague of the management committee of PhD Chamber of Commerce, we welcome you and other members of PhD to come forward and make some investments in Chhattisgarh and flourish with us. Thank you. I once again welcome you all. Over to you, Gunjanji.
Okay. So I invite Mr. Prasad to come and share his talk with us, and we get to learn and we get to have a better, clearer picture. What are the investment opportunities in Chhattisgarh? Over to you, Mr. Prasad.
He just did. Now it's Mr. Bajaj's turn.
Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mr. Bajaj. Mr. Bajaj, please welcome.
Good afternoon. I'm S.S. Bajaj. I'm Additional Managing Director at State Minor Forest Produce Cooperative Edition. We have a cooperative structure here, three-level cooperative structure, at the primary level, at the district level, and at the state level. What we are doing, we are just going to make a small presentation. What are the different schemes we are doing? What kind of minor forest produce we are procuring? What kind of processing we are doing, and what are the prospects of investment in Chhattisgarh in terms of the processing in the minor forest produce? Next. Next. Our vision is to facilitate the collectors for the primary collectors for the collection of the minor forest produce, and through self-help group to do some kind of processing at the village level, at the district level, and then also facilitate the industries to come and set up the industries so that the minor forest produce can be value added and the employment is generated through that value addition. We are targeting by 31st March 2022 to make this industry worth 500 crore rupees. Next. Right now we are collecting 31 major minor forest produce species from the primary collectors, and the major ones are mahua, tamarind, mahua seed, sal seed, dharra, behra, aula, chironji. We are also collecting honey, lard, and a lot of produce of the herbal, like the herbal species. Right now, the potential of the 31 species, the estimated production is around of worth 1100 crore rupees, and this year we have given us a target of collecting these species worth 110 crore rupees. We have already achieved in the last 2 months 110 crore rupees of collection. Now our strategy is to not only to prepare to the self-help groups and the primary collectors, but also to do some kind of primary processing and storing the MFPs by the self-help groups, and then creating a kind of framework so that the major industries can come and set up the processing unit in Chhattisgarh. We have around 5,000 self-help groups. Each self-help group, these self-help groups are all run by the women villagers. We have 5,000 self-help groups and 50,000 women are employed in the primary collection and the primary processing of the minor forest produce. Next. These are some of the photographs of the collection during the COVID-19. Though the whole country was locked down during the COVID-19, we collected more than 100 crore rupees of minor forest produce and generated a lot of employment to the villagers. Next. This is the collection of mahua and tamarind. Next. Next. This is a collection of charota seed. This is a charota. It's a small herb. We also do a lot of training program to the self-help group women so that they can do the primary processing at the village level, and they can also make us the storing of the minor forest produce at the village level only. Next. We are in the process of planning the 3 processing units, central processing units and the regional processing unit. The central processing unit will be at the Raipur, which will be in the area of 100 acres. We are in the process of planning and making the DPR for the different 8 manufacturing units. We are also doing a micro enterprise training and mentoring them so that they can, at the village level, they can do some kind of primary processing, and for the herbal products, they do the finished product also. And we impart training to these people so that they can become a micro entrepreneur. There are almost 24 different products which can be manufactured by using the raw material produced in Chhattisgarh. These are the list of different products like tamarind processing unit, liquor from the mahua flower, sal seed, butter extraction plant, cashew nut. We already have some industries in these areas. We have the sal seed extraction plant. We have the tamarind processing unit. We also have the small unit of a cashew processing. There is a potential of export-oriented industries also in Chhattisgarh. We have identified around 8 products which can be manufactured and exported to different countries. And one of the Cassia seed, it is already being manufactured in Chhattisgarh and being exported to different European countries. Next. During COVID-19, one of our micro enterprises, the Self-Help Group, they have produced the mahua sanitizer using mahua seeds, mahua flower. So this is the unique product. This is the unique product being manufactured by the Self-Help Group, by the Women Group, and being sold to different Sanjeevani centers. We have around 30 Sanjeevani centers at the district places, where we sold different herbal products and the products manufactured by the Self-Help Group. Next. These are some of the processing. The ladies, they are doing the processing. You can see the village women doing the sorting out the seeds, collecting different processing, micro processing, small level industry. Next. Yeah. We have around 31 such micro enterprise group who are manufacturing different products and selling it to through Sanjeevani as well as through the outlet centers created by TriFact. Next. We are also tying up with the Aushadhi. It's a cooperation, government-run cooperation by the government of Kerala for the manufacturing of the herbal and the products using the medicinal plants. We are also taking a support, research and development support from CFTRI Mysuru for the different products to be developed using mahua and other forest produce for basically the food processing food product. Next. These are some of the products which we are developing through CFTRI. This is the Chhattisgarh herbal product which we are selling in the Sanjeevani's, the retail outlet throughout the state. This is the one of the Sanjeevani store. Next. We have the robust procurement and the trade of the minor forest produce. We have a robust system. We do some advance sale of raw forest produce before collection. Like Tendupata, we do advance tendering. We do tendering after the collection is over, and we also fix. We also decide prices for some of the minor forest produce and sell it at the fixed price. And the final product right now we are selling it through the Sanjeevani as well as the TriFact outlets. One of the unique program which we are running is the development of LAC. It's a very basis raw material. Right now the production is around 4,000 ton only per year. We are upgrading it to 10,000 ton within next 3 years. This is being used for different perfume industry and the polishing industry, and we have a very good potential of setting up an industry in Chhattisgarh. Next. that is all I have to say about the minor forest produce development and what we are doing in the chapter. Thank you.
So that's very interesting, Mr. Sir. But I have few questions. Firstly, what is your vision on minor forest produce? Although you have given us a very wide and a detailed version, but what is the state vision on that?
What is
Should I
State
repeat, sir?
vision or vision?
Yeah.
the
Minor
our
forest
vision is like yeah. We were focusing mainly till date on the procurement of the minor forest produce. See, we
Okay.
have a potential of 1100 acres of minor forest produce in Chhattisgarh. The state government through minimum support price is procuring only 100 crore rupees of minor forest produce right now. And the rest of the minor forest produce is being collected by bought by the local traders. And most of these raw material is sold out of the state. So we want to establish industry here so that the raw material we produce in Chhattisgarh can be utilized or used with value addition. And
Dabur is one very good producer for making all these herbal medicines like ashwagandha and various other products. And Mahua could be one such product which is unique to Chhattisgarh. You could have made some tonic or something like there's already a drink which is very famous from Mahua. As I see, you've also started making sanitizing lotions. So this is the first time I'm seeing there is a sanitizing lotion made from Mahua, which according to the large understanding that for Chhattisgarh, it is a cash-rich produce. And this is one of the largest state producing Mahua flowers and the Mahua seeds. So have you not tied up with Ayush, Ministry of Ayush or Ministry of Health for all your produce? For whatever I see, whatever you have said, I see a lot of sustainable products, and our motive right now, as the Prime Minister also says, make in India, Atmanirbhar. तो आपका तो पूरा एक पैकेज जो मुझे दिखता है that all since you have so much of producers from various producers, it can be an industry in its own self. But still, whatever is not there, whatever is not sold, have you tied up or made arrangements with any of such ministries?
see, we are as I said, as I showed you in the slide, we are establishing a central processing unit in Chhattisgarh. And
Okay.
through TriFed, we are going to get some kind of investment in terms of the logistic, the cold storage, the godowning, etc., and the development of the industrial park.
I see.
Now we are looking for a model on which we will invite the private investors to come and set up the industry, which is for the raw material being procured by the department.
So you already have the raw material. All you need is to make a produce out of it, a product out of it, which is very different. I think a Mahua sanitizer is a fantastic idea. That you should take it up on a different level altogether. It's a very natural product and everybody would be interested. Nobody wants a chemical product. So you already have a long list of produce which could be developed. And I think PhD here could be your hand holding and could help you, or maybe we can come, or you can give us a role model which we can develop it. So this is a part where the linkages come. As they say, what we lack is a linkage. So this could be a bridge between the producer, the farmer, and the investor. And so I also would like to know, while watching your videos and while watching your shots, I realized the ladies who are doing this, are they trained? Are they qualified? Because India believes in quantity, but there is a quality. In case we are doing so good in quality, we could be the first exporter for all over the world.
So we have done some kind of primary training to these people, these women groups. And now through TriFed, the IIT Kanpur is going to train them for to become an entrepreneur. So there is going to be a 3 months long training program to these women groups, so that they can develop the different products. They can do how the marketing can be done. They can packaging can be improved. All these things will be given training.
Okay, sir, I saw that there is a milk product you mentioned that, milk is on good produce in Chhattisgarh, but it has a short life. You cannot make or sell milk outside your state. So that will be one bigger handicap. But you can think of various products from milk which could have a longer shelf life. Because milk is what nowadays nobody has the confidence in getting the right milk. Am I clear? Am I audible?
No, you're audible. Please,
Okay.
please.
Okay, now, as I said, globally also there is a big demand for organic products and organic produce, which we see in your list, which we saw in your slides.
Right.
So are you doing this in terms of exporting? Are you doing is there any movement from your side for exporting these produce?
No. Right now, what we are doing is we have a organization in Chhattisgarh called CIGSAT. They do the organic certification of the product which we are making. So now the 31 raw species which we are collecting, now we are getting it registered to CIGSAT and getting the wild collection certification.
Okay.
Once that certification is done, the processing units can also apply for the organic products, like the organic certification. So that process we are doing. We already have registered some of the raw material like cashew for the wild collection. So
okay.
We are focusing on the organic certification.
Okay, so you mean to say when we say organic, it is a very long list of steps that needs to be followed in actually maintaining the word organic. So are we talking about non-fertile, I mean not using chemical? Is it a chemical-free produce?
Ms. Gunjan, I think that we need to first, close the program.
Okay.
We have a few speakers left with us. Maybe that we can have some more questions after, because all the secretaries, distinguished people are here.
Okay.
Because they may not be. Yeah, that is the reason that I thought that you just please ask the next speaker. I think Mr. Manoj Kumar Pinga would like to speak at the end, sir. So before that,
somebody else is still left.
Should I invite the next?
Okay, we invite Mr. Shanjan Ha, Chief Representative of India
Who else is left?
Economic
I think
Promotion Agency. Mr. Ha, please go ahead. Mr. Ha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, please speak.
Yes. Nice to meet you. Hello and good evening, one and all. Thank you for having me today at this webinar. It's my great honor and privilege to be a part of this August gathering. My special thanks to Mr. Manoj Kumar, Principal Secretary, Mr. Arun, MD CSIDC, Mr. Agwal, President, PhD Chambers of Commerce, and other important and distinguished panelists present at this investment seminar. My name is Chang Ha. I'm a representative in the office of the Korean Government Trade Promotion Organization called SEPA, which is the Chungcheongnam-do Economic Promotion Agency. We have 3,000 plus Korean small and medium business who come from this state, and our goal is to promote and support the business expansion in India through planned delegation visitors, organizing conferences, B2B matchmaking through online and offline channels, and providing best of export and marketing consultation. We have 2 operation foreign trade offices, a part of local offices in across the South Korea. One is the Gurgaon, India, and other is Vietnam. In the past, we even offices in US, Japan, and Europe, but they are not learning right now as the agency is focusing more on developing countries like India and other Southeast Asia nations. I will talk to a little bit about the state we represent. So Chungcheongnam-do state of our province is located on the southwest part of Korea and is near 100 kilometers away from capital city Seoul and has a population of 2.5 million. It is the fastest growing region and has a highly industrialized economy. Multi-million dollars projects are being developed, such as a new Asian city. It is the fastest growing region and has a highly industrialized economy. Multi-million dollars projects are being developed, such as a new Asian city. The state has a 5 dedicated foreign investment zone with special incentives and scheme in various industry sectors such as auto parts, chemical product, metal and steel, IT, electric, food, machinery, extra. Now, today we have discussed and talked about Chhattisgarh being in the top 4 states among the 36 states and UT in east of doing business rankings. I would like to congratulate the state government for taking best of measures and implementing right policies for making the state more investor friendly. There are a few steps I would like to mention on behalf of Korean companies for facilitating smooth entry into the Indian market as per my experience and understanding. Their pain point and what we can do together for inviting more investment into the state. Dedicate Korean desk for hand-holding Korean companies, investors, the marketing materials in Korean languages. For 2, sister city relationships, more engagement and government level talks with our state concerns and Chhattisgarh government concerns to identify mutual areas of interest for joint ventures and collaborations. Number 3, industrial parks, allotment of lands for foreign investors. Due to the time's limitations, I would like to conclude by saying that our SEPA office will be very active in promoting Korean investments in India and in close coordination and support of your government. We will engage and invite more Korean companies to participate in your yearly investors summits and we plan delegation in your states in the future. Thank you for all. Thank you for your patience and indeed it was great interacting with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Shah. So, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody has any question from the audience, you may like to unmute yourself and ask the question directly to the panelist here. If anyone from the audience, participants, you have any question, you may like to ask to our very distinguished panelists who are available here. I think there are no more questions, and if anyone out of the people who are actively right now in the camera, if you have any question, you may like to ask, and after that we will proceed for the next vote of thanks for today's program.
Ranjit ji?
Ji.
Let's have
जी बोलिए. प्रशांत जी आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. प्रशांत जी आप
Can you hear me?
बोलिए.
Pingwa sir ka address is left. Let's speak first.
You are trying to speak?
I have a question, sir.
Yes, please go ahead.
Can you hear me, Ranjit ji?
हाँ जी, we can hear you जी.
Pingwa sir ka address is left. We can have question answer after that.
Hello.
Mr. Shashank, are you trying to speak?
I am Vipin. I am trying to speak on this mic to ask a question actually.
हाँ जी.
For Vipin from Ambala.
जी.
सर मेरा एक स्टार्टअप है पहले वैल्यू एडिशन ऑन शुगर केन और उस पे मैं वो नहीं कर पा रहा था जो मुझे करना था, तो वी हैव क्रिएटेड ए कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ मेकिंग ए अमूल लाइक ब्रांड पैन इंडिया बेस्ड ऑन शुगर केन बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स। और हमारे इस कॉन्सेप्ट में अक्रॉस इंडिया डिफरेंट स्टेट से 30 लोगों ने पार्टिसिपेट किया है। मेरा क्वेश्चन आपसे यह है कि छत्तीसगढ़ का कोई भी नहीं है हमारे पास और ये कंपनी अभी फॉर्म होनी है, तो हमें वहाँ पे शुगर केन की अवेलेबिलिटी और वहाँ पे क्या अपॉर्चुनिटी है हमारे लिए?
फोन भी करो और
हम लोग शुगर केन का जैम और शुगर केन की आइस क्यूब बनाना चाहते हैं। आइस क्यूब मैंने खुद डेवलप की है और जैम की हम टेक्नोलॉजी लेंगे सर।
Dr. Ranjit, we can take all these questions once the chief guest, Mr. Pingwa, speaks. So my request would be to you is, if you can kindly invite Mr. Pingwa, and post that we can have a question and answer session. Over to Dr. Ranjit. Please unmute yourself, Dr. Ranjit Mehta. Please unmute yourself.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gates. So we have been joined by Mr. Manoj Kumar Pingwa, IAS, Principal Secretary, Department of Commerce and Industries, Government of Chhattisgarh. So I hand it over to Mr. Pingwa. We are very honored to have you here, and thank you very much for organizing this program with the PSD, Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So I invite, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pingwa for his inaugural address for today's program.
Thank you, Mr. Ram Chaudhary. Namaskar, everyone.
Namaskar, sir.
On behalf of Government of Chhattisgarh, I welcome you all and hope that today's webinar had already set the tone for a mutually beneficial long-term relationship between Chhattisgarh state and companies participating. After a brief period of interruption due to COVID, I think this is the first webinar we are having with a national level industry body. During this period, in the meantime, we had very interactive webinars with international bodies, CAs, and several other people. But this is the first webinar with a national level industry body. So I would like to thank PSD leadership for playing major instrumental role in organizing today's interactive sessions, connecting Government of Chhattisgarh with food processing companies and their representatives. My colleagues Arun Prasad and Mr. Bajaj has spoken in great details about potential of food processing sector in Chhattisgarh. But even at the cost of repeating, I would like to highlight some of the points which are very pertinent, and at the end of the day, I would like every participant to take it as the outcome for today's webinar. As you would be knowing, Chhattisgarh is an emerging state with unmatched potential and limitless opportunities. The state accounts for 15% of total steel produced in country, and it has one of the highest mineral reserves in the country. At the same time, state holds a very strong agricultural base. Agriculture and allied activities play a very important role in the development of state, which constitutes more than 20% of state's GDP. Chhattisgarh is popularly known as the rice ball of the country. The state possesses a total geographical area of 135 lakh hectares, with around 43% of arable land. Rice is the major crop of the state, occupying 66% of total cropped area. Chhattisgarh has a strong base in horticulture production as well. Horticulture is growing popularly owing to high value of horticulture produce than agriculture crops, and the government is proactive in boosting it through irrigation resources. The state is a leading producer of variety of fruits and vegetables. The major fruit crops grown in Chhattisgarh are mango, guava, banana, papaya, lime, jackfruit, lychee, etc. And the climate is suitable for many other types of horticultural crops. Chhattisgarh is 10th largest state in terms of vegetable production. The state has witnessed a total production of more than 6.78 million metric tons of various vegetables during 2017-18 as compared to 5.7 metric tons of production during 16-17. That means it's growing year after year. And as it would find its forward linkage value addition within the state, it will grow further, and that's where we are focusing, because this growth will ultimately to the part of state. Major spices like chili, ginger, turmeric, and coriander produced in the state constitute around 85% of total spices produced in Chhattisgarh. Raigad and Sarguja are the major producers of spices in the state, followed by Korba and Bilaspur. Chhattisgarh offers huge potential for dairy, poultry, fisheries in the state, and the state has total animal population of 150 lakh, out of which milch animals comprising of cows and buffaloes is around 112 lakh, and 38 lakh are other animals like sheep, goat, and other non-milch cattle. Fish production in the mineral in Chhattisgarh has registered a thumping growth of more than 130% over a period of the last decade. Maize is also a upcoming crop in the state and has become third main crop after rice and wheat in India. Maize production is also increasing continuously. It has 76 cold units with a capacity of 380,000 metric ton for perishable agriculture produce. Arun has already discussed in detail about the status of availability of various cold storage and other godowns, etc. Chhattisgarh has developed immense investment opportunities in food processing sector. We envisage to develop food parks in at block levels, and we have 146 blocks, and we would try our best to establish at least 200 food processing parks in the state. The state has a lot of opportunity in value addition of produce from Chhattisgarh, and I would be happy to inform you that during the ongoing COVID scenario, food processing industries, apart from essential medical items, they were continuously operating in the state. And recently, one of the major industrialists from Chhattisgarh, Bajrang Group, has set up their frozen food industry in Chhattisgarh, which started functioning during the time of this COVID crisis. With the vision of Honorable Chief Minister, the state has procured an estimated 8.3 million metric tons of paddy so far in the last Kharif season, and about 3 lakh more, which is 3 lakh more than last year. In our state, farmer producer organizations play a key role in developing food processing sector. And our industrial policy, we provide support to FPOs as well. This is a new addition in our this new industrial policy. So investors can collaborate with farmer producer organizations. They can get into buyback arrangements type of things also. The state has large varieties of food produce. My colleague Mr. Bajaj spoke in detail about the scenario of MFPs in Chhattisgarh and the potential for their value addition as well. The state government is committed to promote biorefinery project for production of ethanol and biofuel in the state. Now, this bioethanol can be produced either by using paddy, which is surplus in our state, and as one of the participants was asking, the potential of sugarcane products in Chhattisgarh. So our industrial policy has provision of has put sugarcane-based ethanol as high priority sector. That means highest and maximum incentive for the products based on sugarcane as raw material. Sugarcane, we have sugar factories in cooperative sector, and one can go for PPP. One can go for investment in PPP mode also for production of bioethanol in our state, and investors can get this production of. At present, we have production of 1427,000 metric ton of sugarcane in the state. So different kinds of products we can think of from having out of sugarcane.
So can I speak in between?
So finally, Chhattisgarh is setting new benchmarks and standards in creating a mark in food processing sector, and other states in India and other states in India are looking up to us for inspiration. The state has undertaken numerous reforms to develop a robust and investor-friendly business ecosystem, ensuring transparency, faster service standards, and automation on back-end processing. Its consistent efforts in this direction stand attested by the DPIIT, Government of India, and the World Bank-led Ease of Doing Business ranking, which placed Chhattisgarh as top achiever category. So, at last, I would like to highlight that Chhattisgarh is the destination for your investment in food processing sector. And on behalf of Government of Chhattisgarh, I would like to invite you to become partner of Chhattisgarh food processing growth journey. And come, let us create Nava Chhattisgarh together. Thank you so much for listening to me patiently, and I would be happy to answer any queries. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Pingwa. Thank you for your very comprehensive address. You covered almost everything in your address. And ladies and gentlemen, since Mr. Pingwa is here right now, so you may have some questions. You may like to ask your question. Please unmute yourself and ask your question directly.
Mr. Ranjit Lal, before that, I would like to. There are a few questions. There are a few questions. Yeah, and
please go ahead.
So there is this gentleman called Sunny, and his question is: we are designing and manufacturing herbal extraction, starch processing, honey processing, tomato ketchup plants, and many more food processing plants. Is there any specific project for such products? I don't know who to address, but I think the panel, anybody from the panel could answer this.
Mr. Pingwa can answer it probably.
Oh, great. Yes, Mr. Pingwa.
Hello.
Should I repeat the question?
No, we heard the question.
Okay.
And
okay.
Mr. Arun Prasad.
Actually, in our policy, ma'am, we have broad categorization. Okay, in terms of in the food processing, anything in the food, anything in the herbal will comes in the same category. Okay, we don't fine tune the policy specifically for each and every product. So, as a food processing, I can share the industrial policy electronic copy also, and salient features of the policy also. So that will be common to all the products related to the particular sector. Okay. Coming to your, I think your question is about honey extract or herbal processing. Hello.
Yes. Correct.
Hello. So honey extraction, it's not specific. The Minor Forest Produce Federation will be acting as a common point for collection of the natural honey from different sources, and anyone who wants to add value to the particular product can make a deal from the federation and purchase the collected products in bulk in a regular basis, and they can go ahead with the processing.
Okay, so you can till then you can do some hand holding.
Yeah,
right?
we can. There 1,500 quintal is being collected every season by the federation. And they are doing their own value addition, marketing, packing, and selling it through Sanjeevani. But if some major player wants to take that and add value in a different processing, we are ready to handhold and help them and give the product.
Okay, great. So there is a query, and maybe he can get back to you. Now there's another question, and they want to have the contact details for Mahua seeds for making sanitizers.
Tradition only.
Okay. We'll share the contact in the message column. Okay.
All right. Okay. The other one is that they want to know about rice packaging in plastic raffia bags regarding for exports as well as for domestic market. This question is from Mr. Surendra Chaudhary.
I think this question pertains to the marketing of a particular product being made from them.
All right. This is all he's written. Even I'm not very clear. So probably when you address, he could have a.
End of the presentation, I have given my contact. Okay, all these queries can be mailed to me or contacted like through me. I can answer you all the questions. But right now, let's stick, because our Honorable Principal Secretary is here, let's stick to the policy level discussion so that it will be easy.
But these are the questions which are coming up on chat, and we can't omit them. We need to address them.
Okay. Yeah, Ms. Goela, I would like to, inform you and to all my audience over here. PhD Chamber has a local chapter over there, and we have a very dynamic chairman, Mr. Shashank Rastogi. Anybody can contact us. We can always connect with CSIDC or to the concerned officer. Okay.
Okay, so then these questions can be directed there. We can put all these questions and direct it there, right?
Yeah.
As I'm told, Mr. Pingwa was to give his inaugural speech. Would you still want to give an inaugural speech?
He has already given, madam.
No, he has already given.
Listen, he has already given the inaugural speech.
So
thank you very much. I think you have already done a bit. You have done your thing. Thank you very much, Ms. Goela. And since we have paucity of time, before I request my colleague, Dr. Ranjit Mehta, and as I have mentioned it to my chairman, Mr. Rastogi, that my throat is in very bad position. Mr. Rastogi, that's why I could not do my duty today. But I'm very thankful to my colleagues, especially Dr. Ranjit Mehta, who has been able to do the thing. And of course, Ms. Goela, who is a food expert. And along with this, I would like to also put it on record, Mallika Verma, my colleague, who has get a lot of members, and I can assure CSIDC that whatever questions we are going to have, we will certainly be forwarding it to the same and handhold the members. Now, I would like to request Dr. Ranjit Mehta to kindly extend his vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Dr. Yogesh. On behalf of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, it is my proud privilege to offer a vote of thanks to Mr. Manoj Kumar Pingwa, Principal Secretary, Commerce and Industries, Government of Chhattisgarh. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming us and sharing your views with us. And Mr. Arun Prasad, IFS MD, CSIDC, Mr. S.S. Bajaj, MD, Minor Forest Produce, Government of Chhattisgarh, Mr. O.P. Banerjee, CSIDC, and also Mr. Shashank Rastogi ji, Chairman, PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Chhattisgarh chapter. Then we have Ms. Gunjan Goyala, Vice President, Slow Food Chef Alliance, Corporate Food Consultant, for moderating this session. Thank you very much, Ms. Goyala. And of course, Mallika Verma, who is my colleague, who has been able to drive members, and also the co-chairman of our Agri Business Committee, Mr. Govind Chaudhary, who had given his address here. All the very distinguished participants for the day who have come here and joined this program. And let me assure you on behalf of PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry to the Honorable Principal Secretary that, PhD Chamber has done this particular program with you, and also in a short notice, and we will be very happy to do the programs in electronic sector, engineering sector, auto sector, sir. And we are in touch with your good offices over there under the dynamic leadership of our local, our Shashank Rastogi, who is the chairman of our Chhattisgarh chapter there. And thank you very much for supporting us. And we are very sure that in the food processing sector in Chhattisgarh will definitely prosper. And only thing is, I said, sir, that the forward and backward linkages as far as this this cold chain is concerned, they need to be there. And if we see the overall need of reefer vans in our country is around 62,000 as per a study by CTS, and then we have right now only 10,000 reefer vans, and then we need around 70,000 pack houses in food processing sector. And there's a huge demand. This sector is the real sunrise sector of our country, and there's a huge opportunity, as the Honorable Secretary has also given in his speech. And we are very thankful to each and everyone, and we look forward to seeing you again with such programs in the near future. Thank you very much, Dr. Yogesh, for giving us this opportunity. Thanks, one and all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ranjit. Thank you very much, my chairman, Mr. Rastogi. And all members are most invited for our next endeavor also with CSIDC. And Dr. Ranjit, you really need to do the needful because as I have said, my throat is in a very bad shape. And thank you very much, Chairman sir. I got my COVID test done. It is negative, so I'm very relieved. Of course, it's a local problem, which I think it would be over very soon. So with this note, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And we all are here to handhold you. Any questions you have, we have our secretariat over there, led by Mr. Sumit Dubey, Puneet Chaudhary, and Mr. Pandey over there. So you can all connect our local secretariat also. And thank you very much with this. And we will be joining us soon with a new subject, that is IT, which is going to happen on 23rd of July with CSIDC. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good day.